I greet you with peace and I greet you with love. This is a very quick, fast soul food. I just want to drop it so fast. I'm doing my evening work and I felt like dropping this. I titled this soul food now as The Failure of Your Elders and the Pains of Your Ancestors. The failure of your elders. The time has come where we don't have to be looking at people's eye or thinking how people will feel, to let that now be what we control or guide how we speak. The time has come for the raw truth. And in this age we have, nothing can be hidden anymore. If you even hide it, it will explode wherever it's hidden. So if you understand energy, you will know that what is going on now is not something anymore we can say, I beg, mo the manager, or mo not talk, or mo hide down, or mo chill, mo hide. Good afternoon, Joy. Nice to see you. This is not that time anymore. Now, so like I said, this is a very quick, fast soul food, and I titled this now as The Failure of Your Elders. How did your elders fail you? And why are your ancestors hungry? You have to know these things. Because while we were growing up, we were told, obey your elders. Respect your elders. So some of us, we did everything our elders told us to do, without knowing that some of our elders were not doing the things our ancestors told them to do. So we were trapped in that belief system, in the belief system of obey your elders, respect your elders. So some of us now was born into a house where even our own father, our own mother would be the one to tell us, wear your clothes, come and go church. Imagine you will be baby, where they're supposed to guide and protect. They made you vulnerable. But we are not here to blame them. We are just pointing out some points. And the things we are pointing out here is, even that your parent that introduced you to that alien God, it's not their fault. They don't know. But because we were indoctrinated and they made us believe that we have to respect our elders, so we thought they were showing us the right paths. So we obeyed them. We followed them to the church. We followed them to wherever they want us to follow them to, without knowing that while those things were going on, the things that come with us to life was not happy. Neither for us, nor for them who claim to be our parents now. And what I'm sharing with you now is deeper than the level of parenting. I'm just only keeping it in that environment. So you have to use your own brain to take it deeper. So many of your elders, before you were born, they sold their soul already. I will rephrase it again. Many of your elders, the ones you are looking up to like, oh, he's my elder. He understands the tradition. He understands the culture. He will guide me. They sold their soul already. But you did not know. You still believe them. And they know that you don't know. So they will still kind of act to make you feel that they are in the right path that you just have to follow. After all, they are your elders. And you have to obey your elders. And you have to obey your elders. So these are things we must pay attention to. Now. This is not a time now one man will tell you, I am 60 years old and you are 20 years. I understand life and you don't understand it. Don't listen to those bullshit again. Go and listen to my teaching where I teach about stop obeying. Obedience is the beginning of the destruction of Africa. So before you obey, you must check and balance the person or the rules that you are obeying. Don't just say obey your elder, and you just follow. If your elder has already lost his soul, what makes you think now your elder can show you something different? What really makes you think your elders can show you something different? Choice said, you are really working hard to help the vulnerable people out there. May our sisters continue to strengthen you. Thank you. A lot of people are misinterpreting our intention. They're thinking, there's no problem. So what I'm trying to share with you now is, the society you have today is being poisoned already. Your elders has failed and surrendered already. They have surrendered to the alien invasion. They have surrendered their soul to the alien doctrines. They have surrendered their soul to something that is completely different from them. And because they say obey your elder, you have become now a victim of your own obedience. You have to listen very good. I can't say everything, but I will show you the paints and you will interpret what you see on the wall. So don't expect to hear it clearly. You have to be interpreting what you're hearing. You have to be interpreting this. So what I'm trying to expose to you now is all the fights your ancestors fought. Who are these your ancestors? You have 3 different groups of ancestors. There are 3 different groups of, that's why I always teach people, don't just pray to your ancestors. Not all your ancestors you should pray to. There are 3 different groups of your ancestors. The first group, these are the ones that their mission is to keep the order and the balance of this universe. So when they reincarnated and come here on earth thousands of years ago, sometimes 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8, all the ancestors I'm talking about the ones from 5,000 years backwards. I'm not talking about those ones of yesterday. 5,000 years backward, when woman was still God, when the whole earth worshipped woman as God, that was 5,000 years ago. These ones are the ones I am talking about now. They are the first type of ancestors you should connect with. Their role was to respect the divine mother earth, the divine mother goddess, the cosmic mother that gave birth to their soul, that gave birth to everything that is existing within them, both physically and spiritually. And they did it very well. They understand the principle. The new woman is God. They gave her honor. They make women in charge of powers while they worship the women and fight and honor and humble the women. These ones were the ones who really understand how the universe is being structured. These ones are the ones who wrote those ancient scripts. These ones are the ones who built all those ancient monuments you are seeing today. Not the ones of yesterday. I'm talking about the first type. Type A. So the type A ancestors, these are the ones that they are noble souls. Their only mission, their only goal is to be aligned with the universe itself. How to be aligned with the cosmic energy around them, themselves. They don't have anything to do with ego. They are humble, they are loyal, and they are very submissive when it comes to dealing with their women. They don't believe women have to kneel down for a man. Go and read history. You will understand what I'm saying. They don't believe women have to kneel down for a man. But this same of your ancestors, these ones we are talking about, they are the ones who set up all the principles. They set up all the principles, here and beyond. They make sure they set up the guidelines. They make sure they set up the rules. Listen to my teaching. origin of religion and the effect it did to your soul. Listen to the series 1. You will know what I'm thinking about, what I'm talking about. These are the ones that created the intention of religion. And the intention was not to make you a slave. The intention was to reconnect you. That's why religion means relegare. To reconnect you with the cosmic energy that you have detached from. These ones, the ones I'm talking about. These were the real ancestors. The ones you should know. And these ancestors now, give me a minute. Okay, good. These ancestors, they are the ones that make sure they know what will come. So they left information in different tablets, ancient stones. They write a lot of things, document the beginning of the universe. They documented how everything was created, how the first man manifested. They kept all the documents for you. Why did they do that? They knew something that I want to expose with you today. So while the time of those first ancient ancestors was fading, another new group, those ones started like 4,900 years ago, another new group starts coming into the play. And those new groups that start coming into the play, they start absorbing and adopting their egoistic nature. They start telling themselves, why will woman be our God? Why will woman be our king? Why will woman control everything? We are the one who's fighting the wars. We are the ones drawing the sword. She is just the daughter. She is just a woman. Come, let's wrestle. If you can beat me, then you can remain the king. If you cannot, then I have to take over. That was how they start fucking you up. So they start getting rid of the women. The second type B ancestors start taking over. We can still manage those type B ones. At least they're still better than the type C. They start taking over. Start shifting and pushing the women aside and making themselves now the kings. Some even go as far as the point that they want to be ordained as God. Their egos start boosting. They start expanding their empires. They start believing in conquering and destroying other people's lands. They start believing on being in charge of people and having slaves. Before then, they were nothing like slaves. Because there was respect for humanity. There was this respect for this oneness that hold all of us together as a citizen of this Mother Earth. But these type B ancestors, they introduced rebel. They introduced expansion of kingdoms, building of empires. Don't forget, you can never build an empire without destroying people's life. Always remember that. So they introduce this nonsense. And they start introducing many things. How to really create damage. And why were they doing that? Don't forget the type A ancestors. They were the one keeping the balance of the universe. The type B ancestors now come to disorganize the balance of that universe. So now they have already start shifting. Now they have already start going into another place. So what they try to do now is they now see now the type A ancestors as threats, because all the principles and laws, all those ones ruled down, they turn their back against it and they go against it. They now breed something new, new belief, new doctrines, new things, new deities, and many things. They now introduce it into the system. So at the moment they introduce it into the system, they now create like a wall, which will not make the energy of those type A ancestors ever come into the cycle again. And then I put a mandatory teaching that everybody must learn and absorb this new doctrine. That's where different religion, different things now start giving birth. That's where different occultic society, different things now start ruling the earth. In the time of Toknosis, what he just did in Nefertiti, they just try now to create like a new kind of religion. And they unite the upper and the lower Egypt to make sure they create a new kind of a body. Meanwhile, before them, it was not so, it was something different. So they create now a new kind of a body to make sure everybody have a new direction, everybody have a new path. But it does not also end there. While the type B ancestors were going on doing their thing, a lot of things happen. That's where they start playing with the gene. They start messing with our genes, start creating men and making men and creating mankind out of the original man. All those nonsense keep, oh God, all those nonsense keep on going on, and because their mission was to reshape the earth to their own likeness. They have learned from their ancestors, so they have decided, no, with our knowledge, with our science, we can make men in our image. So let's create men. Come, come, come. So they create men in their own size, in their own likeness. And we start having mankind. But little did they know that mankind will come to rebel. But no problem, we can call it the law of karma that fall on them because they betrayed their ancestors. Of course. So no problem, we are going to take it slow so that it will not be too complicated. What I'm trying to share with you now is those type A ancestors was one with the universe. The type B ancestors was more of their ego and their pride. Then what happened? They now gave that their ego and pride, they now gave it to their children to inherit. That is why since the past 4,500 years till now, the earth has been on war. The earth has been so zigzag. The earth has been so destructive. The earth has been so chaotic. They now introduce light to you, the illusion. So you will think, oh, it's shining, but you don't know why they gave it to you. You don't know why they gave it to you. They now give you many, many things to disconnect you from yourself. So your ancestors started the process of destroying you already. I mean your type B ancestors, if you are following your understanding. Your type B ancestors, they now create the path of self-destruction for you already. But it does not end there. When their time starts now fading, they cannot remain. They cannot remain because why? They are completely go against the order of the universe. They are completely go against how everything, the principles work. Don't forget, the universe have a language. You have a principle. You can't just come and do whatever you think you want to do and think you just get away with it. No, it is deeper. So these type B ancestors, they were the one now who really disconnected from the real source, from the real path that you are supposed to face. So, because now you are also your ancestors, they start breeding out chaos from themselves. So those chaos they start breeding out from themselves, those are the ones now that now create the type C ancestors. Type C ancestors, those are the most useless type of ancestors you should not connect yourself with. In fact, they don't even have existence anymore. The only one still existing is the type B ancestors, because the type B ancestors now 80-something%, I can't be specific, 80-something% of them has transformed now into dark souls who are fighting the type A ancestors who is protecting and bringing light. So there's a constant battle going on. Everything is not peaceful out there. Now war, they are there. When big war is going on out there, a lot of things don't even want you to be breathing right now that you are breathing. There's something is fighting to make sure you keep on breathing. The oxygen, people are fighting. Things are going on. Things are going on. So what now happen now is this type C ancestors now, they now notice that the type B ancestors is at war with the type A ancestors. In this case, if I want to use the language you will know, the type A ancestors would be like the light, and the type B ancestors would be like the dark. So these type C ancestors, they now have to choose. And the ones that have to choose now, if you want power, you want fame, then you have to tap into the type B ancestors. But if you want righteousness, you want to stay in the path of purity, light, and transparency, then you have to tap into type A ancestors. So we now have two different type of ancestors. Meanwhile, the type C now, because they are the direct descendants of the type B, they still carry that dark souls and dark heart and dark hatred within them, so they are more likely to tap into the type B ancestor. That's why it's more easy for you to do evil than good. So the type B ancestors now bridge these type C ancestors. So the type C ancestors now keep supporting and empowering the type B ancestors through rituals and ceremonies and through different things to make sure they boost them. Why was it important? Keeping the balance here in the physical realm will boost the power of your ancestors in the spiritual realm. So if people are starving the type A ancestors and feeding only type B ancestors because those ones are playing to their game, they are playing to their own tune, then automatically the type A ancestors kind of start fading away, because now they can't reach you because you have built a dark wall around you, so they can't access you, they can't speak to you, they can't reach many of you. So those type C ancestors now just focus with their type B. Many don't even know there was type A. Many just believe now it's all about this type B. So that is where they get shams from. That is where they get strong medicines from. That is where they get powers and different things which they need to boost their ego to make them achieve what they believe they want to achieve in this physical realm. So while that type C was doing that, something started happening. What started happening was the type C time start fading away. The type C time start fading away. So that type C time start fading away. Please block these people. I don't know what they're doing here. You're not supposed to be here. This knowledge is not for everybody. So don't come here and just jump into my page. So why does type why does type C start fading away was because according to the order of the universe, they cannot be there for too long. Why? They are not following the harmony and the structure of the universe itself. So when karma starts hitting the type C ancestors, especially in Africa, that is where we start seeing now all these different invasion from different European and the rest start invading Africa and destroying Africa, because we have created those things already. So the invasion of the white man to Africa was a manifestation of what we have created and invited upon us. It's like a karmic load, because before they come, we were just busy also dealing with ourselves. We were not just seeing ourselves as one big body. You will see a lot of Pan-African who say Africa was going to have a border. It was a lie. When Europeans come, we were just slaughtering ourselves. We are never united. It started from the time of the type B to the type C ancestors. In the time of the type A ancestors, yes, you are right, no border. But from the type B to the type C become chaos. I'm speaking now of about 6,000 years. That's where the chaos started now. So now, the type C ancestors, they start fading away. Kingdoms start fading. Empires start fading. Because they cannot last. It doesn't work like that. They have already interrupted the orders of the universe, so they cannot lack. So they start fading away. Empire fading away. Everything fading away because of their attitude, because of their behavior. So as that process was going on, something started happening. What started happening was those type A ancestors who has always kept and maintained the order and the balance of the universe, some of them start reincarnating and coming back again. That process, some of them start coming back again. That is where now the real battle now starts. So as a reincarnated ancestors, type A ancestors, so the moment now in which you are born, dark forces will follow you to fight you. Dark forces will follow you to drown you, to draw you back, because they believe that that battle is still going on. They have to still keep it. So now, you that is a type A ancestors, you are born now behind that's the existence of C. You are a new you now who is here now. So now you don't know your problem, but your problems are ancient problems. So as they are fighting you and disturbing you, so now your holy hope is to bypass all these chaotic demons and try to connect to your ancestors, which have the energy that you need to survive. But if you don't have all this knowledge, you just think, I'm in such a society now, they say I should pray to my ancestors, and you don't know your ancestors that you are communicating with. You will always have questions. Why is it not working? Why is it so? Yeah, you have a lot to learn. You have a lot to learn. That's why it's not working. So, if we talk about ancestral relationship, this is something that we must be very wise. And don't just think, this is my elder. This is my elder. You know it better. So anything you tell me, I will do. If your elder is a failure, then it will poison your soul. Just like coronavirus. If you have it, you give it to your child. It don't matter if you love them, you don't love them. You give it to, according to as they say. You give it to them. That's how it works. So even if somebody is your elder, is your father, is your mother, they don't know, they don't know. That's facts. So when it comes to spirituality, it is self-exploration. It is self-awareness. It is self-journey. Don't think, you are my ancestors, how I go do it. They can only support you with ideas, but you have to be the one making your final decisions. You know, many people tell me, hey, Oguname, but this is not how we do it now. Why are you doing it like this? Don't ask me why am I doing it like this. The most important thing is working for me like this. So it's your problem, whatever you know. So I cannot be free from the cage of religion and become indoctrinated again into the cage of a culture. That right there is no hope for you. And you must know these things. If you don't know these things, you will always have questions. You will always have questions. And it will always look like nobody cares. So many of your ancestors, their greed was too much. Their selfishness was too much. Ask yourself, do you want to follow that path? Is that really what you want? When I advise some people, ikpakbera me like sham medicine. When I advise some people, ikpakbera, they always like, but no, you don't understand the energy. You don't understand the energy. 2021, if you are still using bad medicine, meaning you never still learn anything. The karmic load following it is more than whatever you think you will gain. If you don't know, you don't know. So the failure of some of our elders has created now pains for our ancestors. When I say our ancestors, I'm speaking about the type A ancestors. So your elders now, who are supposed now to sit down and be saying, okay, this is how we do it. This is how we are going to do it. Let's guide you, the young generation. Many of them even need to take you. Go and cut. We can't hide it. Many of them even need to suck you for them to stay alive. But you will just trust some because you believe they are your elders. They know better. They are just happy now that you have come. They want you to do pepper soup drink. They want you to do pepper soup drink now. So you must be very careful. They are not what you think. Many of them are not what you think you are. They are not what you think they are. And you must be very careful. You must know this. Very important. Because some of your elders, after everything that was done to Africa, when they saw everything, they just gave up. They gave up too early. The ones that fought, we know our great warriors. Now we're talking about all Africa. I'm not talking about a tribe. Whenever you hear me speak, see the bigger picture, not a tribe. So don't always confuse yourself when you hear me speak. Always see the bigger picture. So around all Africa, there has been a lot of great warriors, great fighters. They fight to make sure they protect what was there, to protect everything. They sacrifice their life and everything. And after they die, what did many of their children did? They just surrender. and start taking glory of the name of their father to be in charge. They don't even see it like a kind of obligation to continue from where their father stopped. Now they are just satisfied. Clear road. I am the son of this, I am the son of this, I am the descendant of this, and they expect you to be shaking whenever you hear them. They are the son of this, they are the son of this. If you don't know you, of course, you will be shaking your head for them. But they have surrendered. They have faith. Even their own ancestors is angry with them. Even them, whenever their ancestors appear like this, they are looking for something to cover their head because the light from their ancestors is so bright that they cannot even see. If they try to look, they will blind. So they're always scared. But you don't, if you don't know this, you will still think they are representing you. You will still think they are the one to fight for you. You have to know where you are standing. Many of them has faith. And this has caused pains for your ancestors. Because normally, your ancestors is supposed to reach you through them. But because they have faith, so now your ancestors is trying to reach you. And some of you don't know how. You don't even know where. You don't even know where it's coming from. So it makes you so disconnected and detached from them. And these elders now, who their role was to maintain that shrine, who their role was to maintain those ancestral staff, who their role was to keep the balance and the harmony spiritually of the land, they are not even the one doing evil. Some of them are not even the one doing bad things that will even destroy their own children. They even adopt the alien religion. They are even the one to tell you Jesus Christ is Lord. Because why? They want you to be busy in the church, fooling yourselves, while they will sit in the coven with their friends, discussing and playing with your destiny. So they lose guard you with church. You now know it is some of them do too now. Now fire now take burn on them. So they really did a lot. And when they now see you with your bright stars and everything, you'll become threats to them. Do you know 80% of Africans in diaspora, they run because their soul pursued them come up from their own house. If to say they still did their own house, by now they would all be dead already. Do you know that? Many Africans don't know why they come to you. They just think, I want to go find money. It was deeper. It was deeper. Some of you had to go. Because from the day you were born, people got the fear already. Because if you are the type A ancestors will come back to life with your sword where they born you with, hey, all of them, they will want to chop off your head as quick as possible. Because their life is not safe now. So many of your elders, not all, but the few ones, you have so few, so their number not even relevant. Many of your elders has fed you and has sold you out. That's why the conscious self of Africa is so chaotic today. It's so chaotic, it's so zigzag. It's so zigzag. You'll just see somebody. His duty normally was supposed to use the deity of that community to balance the energy in that community. But instead, he will start using the deity of that community to be hunting people in that community. For a deity is indifference. They are not responsible. Your decision, you are responsible. They just do your will. You want to keep person. For them, they're not a key person. For them, then they do something for you. Now, you know whether you they kill the person. So a deity, now they carry blame. So the person where they manipulate them, those are the people who are our enemies. So always pray to your ancestors. Always pray to your ancestors. When you know their names, call them. When you don't know their names, when you are praying to them, call on the good spirits. The ones with good spirits. The ones that connect to the universe and believe in purity and transparency. The ones that believe in the growth and the unity of the all conscious community of this earth. The ones that believe on expansion. The ones that believe on that transparency of the soul. connect to those ones. So, except if you want to do evil, of course, you can connect to your regular, ones. Those ones now, Oga. Now waiting there's a big quick answer. Imagine it's more easier to kill a person than for them to help you. Which kind of stupid juju be that one? If you the easily key for me, and to help person, you no go fee help me help the person. They are not need you. Go. Pack and go. But you see people know that one, now they like pass. And you see them make kwanka. If you contact them, they want use your example, say they know something. You still be fool, Mr. Man, if you're listening to Oguname. You still be fool. You don't know anything. If not to only destroy your juju sabidu, if not to only destroy your God sabidu, because many religious people still get the same problem. You see person will say, Jesus, man, Jesus is a this. Any small thing, God kill this person. Jesus kill. If now those nonsense, your Jesus sabidu, then your Jesus or your juju or whatever you decide, una they useless. We don't need una. We don't need you. So the time has come for our people to start really waking up. People just project themselves as your elders. Don't mean they give a fuck about you. Don't mean they're in your side. Don't mean they even want to support you. Don't mean they even are with you. Some of them are even there to keep you asleep. And this is the most painful part. Because after they surrender to alien doctrine, do you know what they did? They start joining the same occultic societies with your oppressors. So now them are your oppressor, go do the same cover. They discuss about your own destiny. Then believe say they're free because then they the cover. Self-centered, selfish and greediness. These are what destroy Africa. Then not everybody's ready for this truth anyway. But this time doesn't really matter what you're ready for or not. It will always come. It will always come because this is the Aquarius age and you cannot just stop it. You cannot just stop it. So always know the right ancestors to connect to. Always know that obeying your elder is not enough. Now my elder obey, okay. No, it's not enough. You know how many women womb they don't collect by the moment you they bend down, they give them loyalty. As they put hand for there, they'll suck your womb to go drink Gary. But your own intention now, you want loyal, you want prostrate for them, you want respect them. That they use your star, they play ball. They go just see you, they don't know what you be. For them to call you, help you, make you connect to what you be. Then come they envy you. These are one of the type A ancestors. So if this one grow up, if he know himself, we are in danger. I want to say, okay, push this problem, go meet Anna. Push this one, more see figures. Before you know, if your head not strong, your hand not finished. You're not finished. You know many special souls from Africa. Though you wake up, they don't know the way to the problem. Everything you make zigzag. They see how they blow fire. No, your body they hot, your body they turn. You know, get rest of mind. You know, calm down. Your day, you know, go declare. So there are a lot of things. So the damage religion did, they only succeeded because of the failures of your elders. You know many of your elders who are giving charms to pastors to use on you to come to church. Do you know how many elders? Why are they doing that? They know that as long as you move inside church there, your spirit is discarded. They can always play with you. So they will be promoting church. They will be telling you go there and go there. Some will even baptize. So yeah, you can be seeing it that they are also there just to trap your soul because they are in the same occultic organization with the same people who will bring that alien doctrine to confuse you. So they'll be your first enemy only if you are ready to know them. I will end it here. Not come too much. I will just end it here. The pains of your ancestors is too much. So always connect to them. Always pray to them. Always pray to them. Always pray to them. Always pray to them. Even if you still have father, you still have mother, always pray to your ancestors. Always pray to your ancestors. Buy a white cloth. Let me share this one for you for free. Buy a white cloth. Make sure you covered all the walls of your room with a white curtain. Everything of your room, whites, complete whites, everywhere, white curtain. If you have a white garment, you can buy, you can use, or you can go naked. When you go naked, make sure you take a native grounded chalk that is mixed with native chalk. Use it to rub all your body. Then, in that space you are now, make sure you clear the energy. Even if say you don't know many things how to clear energy, just look for like a red onions, buy vinegar, put those red onions now inside that your apple cider vinegar. Let it spend daybreak, and the next day spray it around that room you put that white cloth. It will help you clear the energy on the hair. Then carry a bowl, big white bowl of water. Put in the middle of that room. Go and look for a copper coin, a copper. Put in the middle of that white bowl. If you know your native language, use it to sing and dance around that bowl. When you want to sing and dance around that bowl, you are going to dance around that bowl 7 times. When you want to sing and dance around that bowl, make sure that you are doing it clockwise. Very important. 7 times. And what you are singing, make sure it's relating to, like you are praising and happy and satisfied with yourself. So you cannot look for any song in your dialect, or even if it's English, any language you know your soul is connected to. That's what's important. If your soul is connected to language, that's all that really matters. And then, after the 7th time, kneel down, put your 2 hands now inside that white bowl. If you know the name of the first ancestors in your family, not the name of your grandfather, the name of the first ancestors in your family. Like we come from Benin, and each tribe in each clan in Benin, they have a greeting Uhunatwe. So a near Uhunutwe, the first ancestors of that your family lineage, you have to call that name now 7 times. And then you will call your own name 7 times. If your father is dead already, note if he's dead, you can call their name 7 times. If he's not dead, don't do it, so if not, you will kill your father. If your mother is dead, you can also call her name 7 times. After you have called them 7 times now, tell them that you have arrived at the age now that I don't trust this world anymore. I am calling on you to come and take over and show me this world that I am living. I have invited you to be here with me today. You can close your eye or you can fix your eye towards one position. Depends on how far you have mastered yourself already. I would just advise you to close your eyes. More simple, not to be distracted. Tell them you're ready to meet them and you are ready to walk in the path of lights. Tell them you're ready to be one. Hello. The gates. Tell them you are ready to be in the path of light and you're ready to bring out the best from you. You need their help and you need their assistance. Keep repeating. If you have any other personal prayers of yours, personal thing, you can pray to it. What's master? Ah, okay. Swim back, please hold on. Swim back is Shonda.
Ja.
Okay. Heute.
Ja.
Ah.
Und machst du YouTube oder TikTok?
Ja, ich bin in Facebook.
Facebook?
Ja.
Nein.
Ja, like, okay, cheers. Cheers. Oh, nice. I have to get to see you tomorrow. Good information. So tell them you are ready. Tell them to guide you. Tell them to show you the path and take you to the right direction that you are supposed to face. Tell them you don't trust your elders no more and you don't know if they will ever teach you the right path. Tell them you don't trust things around you no more and you don't know nothing to do. Tell them the only thing you trust now is just your soul and them, because you know they are the carrier of lights. Tell them you are inviting them to come and intervene in your own life right now. Keep on praying your prayers. Add other ingredients of your personal prayers you want to add it to it. And then when you finish from that prayer, what you are going to do is you are going to lie down. Listen very good. You are going to lie down and make sure the way you are lying down, that bowl now of water will be like in the top of your head here. If it's on ground, lie down and the bowl of water now will be in the top of your head here. Like you are lying down, here's the bowl of water and your head will be here on it. That's how you lie down. The direction does not really matter. Follow where your spirit directed you to. And then sleep off. If you remember your dream, send me a voice note. Send me a voice note. Do this prayer. Be doing it. Do it for 7 days. They will look for you. Many of them are looking for a way to contact you. But because you have been so brainwashed and confused, they will just be there. They feel so much pains. They want to talk to you. They cannot reach you. And your sick elders who normally are supposed to speak to them, those ones don't have the permission anymore to go close to them. And you now, who have all the permission, you don't know that you are the one invoked now. You don't know yet. You are the God now. I'll leave it here for now. Bye-bye for now. I send you peace and I send you love. Bye-bye for now. William Isado, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. So I cannot read all the comments again. Thank you. He said, this thing what you they make me was that are now waiting you me. Yeah, these teachings are not for everybody. If you don't understand it, don't waste that time. Just go. These are for old souls. So baby souls will not understand these teachings. These are not for everybody. Everything not be for everybody. Know your thing. They make a Facebook platform big. Many things they there. There are people entertaining, people laughing, people do. Look for the one your soul follow. That is how it works. Don't just expect you come and meet Oguname. You understand. Not for everybody. First, you have to be an old soul before you even understand me. If not, you just there, they look, you know, and they know what they talk. I'm studying, but it has to hurt to listen to this piece. Oh, that's nice. Joy, I pray that spirit of understanding will follow you as you study. Okay, I send you all peace and love. I cannot keep on reading. I have to move around a little. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye for now. Send you peace and love. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Now, this kind of place, when our TV Joshua, they come. Later, they'll say they go on top of mountain. When our day there, they appear after they go bring water, come from Awosun. They'll come give una, they'll say now from mountain, therefore bring the water. Bye-bye for now. I don't even know what to make me say that share with our tuba. Bye-bye for now, Jared. Oh, good night, man. Oh.